Well, there's a difference in attraction and attractive. Sometimes we find people to be attractive because we look at them and we like the way they look, we like the way they dress, we like the way what they may have on. But after you sit down and you talk to the person, it kind of stops there with you're attracted to them, but there's not that attraction to want to get to know who they are, to question them. What do you do? Who do you know? Who's your family? Where'd you come from? That's attraction. When you like everything overall about that person, you like their passions, their goals, their missions, whatever have you. But there's two different levels. So let's talk about physical attraction, mental attraction, and overall attraction, all right? So we all have our types, right? You may like them little and petite, or you may like them taller and more voluptuous, or you may like them tall with big muscles, or more conservative men, preppy. But whatever it is, we all have our type. And there has been times, I'm sure for you and others as well, that when you see your type, there's something about that person that you know is your type from a physical attraction, but not necessarily drawing you. And that's more of the whole spiritual. But there's that whole physical attraction because you look at them, you like them, you want to know who they are. You may see them as eye candy, and you can't stop looking, but they're not drawing you. But then there could be that person who's not your type. You say, that's not normally my type, she doesn't fall into that taller, voluptuous woman, but there's something that's drawing me to her, something that makes me want to know, who is she? Where did she come from and where is she going? That's the whole spiritual, that's the whole package of attraction. And that's how sometimes people end up with that whole called friends with benefits, because you may be physically attracted to a person where you want to just be with them, but you're not necessarily interested in building anything with them because the overall attraction is not there. So being a good-looking woman, being a good-looking man doesn't create the whole entire package of attraction that we need to go from casual to committed. Speaking from personal experience on attraction, there is the positive and the negative, as there is to everything, of being an attractive man or woman. Person. The positive to it is I'm sure you've read magazines that talk about statistics. People have a tendency to gravitate towards people who are more attractive than the lesser attractive people, whether it's a job interview or, a customer service representative that you're interacting with face-to-face. Nightclubs, the bartenders have a tendency to notice the people who are more attractive first before maybe someone else. It has its benefits. So you go out, okay, there's always going to be a guy that's going to be offering to buy you a drink because you're attractive. There's always going to be someone someone that you can call and say, take me out, because they're waiting because you're attractive. But let's talk about the negative side to attraction, to being attractive, because there's negatives there. The negative side is you're in a club and you may not be interested in someone's man. But every woman in the club thinks you want her man because a lot of people are looking at you. And you may get bad looks, or you may see women out somewhere else and they're just not nice to you because you're attractive. Well, the other side of that is the curse of the attractive woman. The curse of the attractive woman is sometimes men become infatuated with you. And they don't even know that they're not even interested in who you are as a person. Your intellect, your passion, your goals. They could care less. They want you as a trophy piece. And then somewhere along the line, they find themselves not giving what they need to give to the relationship. And it's not because they don't love you. It's not because they don't want to be with you. It's because it's attraction. It's infatuation. It's wanting to have you. Whether it's physically or just to show the world that they have you. It's not that they really care about you. And that's why a lot of times celebrities will be married several times over and over again, because the relationship was based on attraction. Physical attraction alone. Everyone who was attracted to me, and I may have been attracted to them as well, the attraction was mutual. We didn't have chemistry. Because again, chemistry is that overall attraction. It's just not physical attraction. Sometimes people have mental attraction where you love to talk to a person, you like the way they feel, but you're not physically attracted to them. Like, you don't want to go that next step, touch them and have them touch you, move forward in something intimate, because there's not that physical attraction. So chemistry is when it's overall attraction. There's mental, physical, spiritual. Who I am aside from my outer shell is attracted to who you are. Aside from your outer shell, attracted to you mentally, attracted to you physically, we're overall attractive. That's chemistry.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I want to talk a little bit about trust today, relationship trust, particularly. There's two ways to look at this. We got the male perspective of trust and the woman's perspective of trust. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and start with the women. Now, the females, when she in a group of girls and she talking about trust, the trust conversation becomes totally different. Totally different. Girl, what you mean he was trying to be up under you? He done something. He guilty. He guilty. I'm telling you, that ain't the case, ladies. I had to stand for this one. That ain't the case. Don't let your girlfriends get in your head. Same thing we were saying earlier, trust. We gotta have it. And just to bring a little bit more enlightenment to the situation, I'm about to say something. And brothers, don't worry about it. I ain't gonna say your names, but if your name in my phone, I'm talking about y'all. How many times we done been out somewhere? When I say we, you know what I'm talking about. And you know it's a sister hanging out somewhere that got a man, right? She ain't tell you she got a man.
Hey man, this time to
Hey, baby.
You did you with this situation, right? Now the brother over here loving hard on this sister, loving hard on her, trusting her and everything. But at the end of the day, those of you that are in my phone that we hang out together know that we seen how it go down. So I can understand why a lot of guys don't trust women. I can understand it. I can understand it from a personal perspective, I can. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna come back to the same thing again. Trusting your woman is the most valuable thing that you can give her. It's the most valuable thing you can give her. If you can't give her trust, you can't give her nothing. Money don't matter. The bedroom work don't matter. Trust means a lot to a woman. It means a lot to a man, but we're talking about women right now. Trust, we gotta have it. So trust me, that word again. Trust me. In big, bold, black letters, trust me. All right, ladies, trust that. How about this right here? We don't talk about the ladies, let's talk about the guys. I give you a totally different example, right? You got guys. We sitting around in a group and we talking about our old days, the good old days, right? And it just so happens that my man is married, they're together now, whatever, and somebody in the past know my man's wife. They may know about way of dating, nothing could have went down, maybe just a simple kiss. But now it comes to the point where you got that crazy look. And 9 times out of 10, a brother will pick up the look of another brother when he mentions his wife's name. You better believe you're going home and question this thing again. And that could have been something she did 10 years ago. And not even saying did in the sense of something took place sexual. Just something did, they might have went out on a date. But brothers, we like to play games too. We know the brother already salty about the situation. We can see his expression. And we know that the brother married to the sister we talking about. But again, all this generates distrust. But nonetheless though, at the end of the day, my beautiful people, we gotta have that trust. Ain't that right, brother?
That's right, brother.
We gotta have trust, don't we?
I have trust, you're right. You hear it?
I want to touch on the topic of course, relationships versus situationships, which is what a lot of people these days find themselves in. For starters, you have to realize that, well, for one, what a person's loyalty is to, whether it's to you or it's to themselves and their needs. That's what determines whether your ride or die is an actual ride or die. A lot of guys I hear always talking about they want a chick that'll have their back no matter what, that'll ride or die for them, do whatever they want, be in their corner no matter what they do or how much they fuck up. Unfortunately, nowadays, it's not happening like that. Everybody has their shit with them, granted. It's about what type of shit you're willing to put up with. But that also goes back into your motives, which determines your loyalty. Are you loyal to this person or are you loyal to your own needs? When you're loyal to a person, it don't matter what they do, it don't matter what situations come up. It's all about me and you and working it out with each other. When it's a situationship and they're more so loyal to their needs, that's where the situation comes in. I'm with you because it's beneficial to my situation right now. You have a lot of people out here who's not really looking for love, looking more so for help. And that's when you get into the situations. I'm with you and I live with you, not because I actually love you and I want to be with you, but because I know you're responsible and you're going to pay half this rent. Or you're going to come through for me if I get locked up and bail me out. Or you got the car that's able to get me around. Or you got a license or whatever else or whatnot that you don't have yourself or you lack that this person can make up for it so that you're alright. So yet again, it comes into when the relationship falls into play and I no longer need you, what happens then? That's where you run into the issues where this person is with that person, this person out doing this and that, regardless of your relationship status, because it's not really a relationship, it's a situationship. Meaning, I needed you, but now that I don't need you anymore, what purpose do you serve in my life? Is it that I want you or that I need you? You want somebody who really wants you. When somebody wants you, they go out their way to actually do for you, make sure you are right, bend over backwards just to show you that you're the person that I want. But when it's somebody that I need, don't get me wrong, you'll do at first for the sake of knowing that, or not even knowing, but feeling like more so, okay, everything is good, we're good at home, I got everything I need, satisfying all my needs, you're happy, I'm happy, everything coochie crunch. But when it's a situationship, when you're behind closed doors, you somewhere that you think is private or that it won't get back to him or her, you'll be doing X, Y, Z that you know not gonna cut it with the relationship. In love with you. When you're in love with somebody, they have you in awe. Everything about them catches your attention. Everything is about them, about y'all, what y'all want to do, what's gonna please them, what's gonna make them happy. That's a relationship, a completed relationship. A situationship, you don't care about what the other person needs. It's about what you want, what you need, what's going to satisfy you, what's going to benefit you, and when it's no longer beneficial to you, you move on. This is where people get misconstrued with loyalty. This is a whole nother topic. Loyalty, a lot of people misconstrue with, okay, well, you was here for me while I had this going on, I needed you, you came through, I know I could call on you, you have loyalty. That's not the case. Unfortunately, a lot of people are loyal to themselves, loyal to their needs and what they want. That's why they deal with you, because you're able to fulfill those needs. So when it's no longer a need for you or the situationship, you're not in the picture anymore and it's on to the next. And then people feel hurt, betrayed, let down, used, abused, a whole lot of things, taken for granted. All because it was never really loyalty to you. It was to the situationship. I needed you for this time being. For whatever purpose. Whether it was sexually, whether it was for the rides, financially. It could be numerous different reasons. But again, it all boils down to the person's motives with you. If their motives are, I actually want to be with somebody and settle down and have a family, then you can come into somebody who's sincere and genuine with trying to be with you and trying to build a family and actually settle down and commit. A lot of people these days are not committed to their relationships because they have no loyalty to you. It's to themselves and their needs. And again, this is why they're in their situationship. Not a relationship, but because I need you to handle this for me. This is why I'm with you, because you serve this purpose. And when that's done, on to the next. Now.
Love versus lust. Well, recently I just put a post out on Facebook. Primarily people always ask, why do men cheat? So I kind of turned it around and I posed the question, why do women cheat? And of course I got a few tags. Everybody took my piece and everybody's, saying everything that they need to say. Got a lot of difference of opinions, and my thing is, if a woman has everything at home, she's good, her household is good, her children are good, even her man is good, he's doing what he's supposed to, he's helped paying the bills. I mean, it's a normal family life, but then something always ends up missing. And a lot of the times men don't really know how to fix emotions with women. We as women are very emotional creatures. Anything sets anything off. Everything in your household can be correct. If that emotion is not correct, there's a problem. If you're that type of woman that you don't know how to express yourself, you're going to have a lot of problems, okay? Because men just always look at you like, well, how am I supposed to know what you're thinking? You got to open your mouth, okay? My thing is that even if he's told what's going on with her and he doesn't fix the problem, and he's repeatedly told and he doesn't fix the problem, she's going to look someplace else. And that doesn't mean that she's going to just drop him and leave him. She is going to find the attention that she's missing. Because hold up, rewind. All right, put it like this. You got him, and he's working maybe different shifts and so forth, and sometimes he, you know how sometimes you send your baby sweet little texts in the morning or something like that, and you know, baby I love you, or one of them little sexy texts during the day, and you know, he might text you back, but he texts you back 4 or 5 hours later, and yes, you understand, you know, he might be under the gun depending on his job. But here's the whole day gone, you know he's getting off and he has not responded to your text. Or if he does respond to your text, it's like, oh babe, that was cute, thanks. And you know, honestly, that it sounds petty, but it does mean a lot to a woman, okay? That's just one instance. If he's not feeding her emotionally, she will find another man that's going to feed her emotionally. The problem with that is that once she steps over the line, she's going to get more than emotions, okay? Because you got the guy that's going to be, let's say, quote unquote, the fixer-upper guy. He's going to fix what's wrong. It's nothing about love. That automatically turns into lust. And I'm going to go into the part where we're going to talk about love versus lust. She loves her man, husband. She loves him dearly, would do anything for him, would die on the tracks for him, okay? But once she crosses that line, she walks out the door, she's looking for that hot heat. She's looking for fantasy from this man. And this man will provide the fantasy. He will provide it. He will continuously provide it. The problem with that is that you got to learn how to separate the two. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that that's right. I'm just saying that this is what can possibly almost always happen. Basically, the thing with that is, being that she's stepping over the line, it might be hard to come back, because after a while you start thinking the grass is greener on the other side, and it's really not, okay? And if the other man is good, she's coming home. She's coming home happy. She's gonna come home with a glow, and he's gonna realize, her actual man, he's gonna realize that glow is not coming from him, okay? He's not stupid, okay? The thing is though, the actual man, he has to learn how to keep his woman focused on him. And honestly, it's easy to lose it, because if you're going on through normal life, normal daily stresses and daily, you know, going on, you get comfortable, you get laxed, okay? You get so comfortable that, you know, you get blind to the fact that something is wrong. My opinion to that is, always keep your fire burning. I don't care what you do. He could come home from work, you know, hard working, you know, sweating and everything, and she's, you know, he comes home and says, "Hi baby, how you doing?" You know, she got dinner cooked, she's doing what she's supposed to and everything, and you know, she's looking for something. You know, she's not totally looking for some, you know, like banging out sex, you know, sweating and all of that. She's not really looking for that. But you know what he could do while she's in the kitchen cooking, all right, he could just come by and just slide his hands all up in the coochie, touch the little clit, and just, you know, turn around and keep it moving. Little stuff like that is what keeps the fire burning. And I brought it into a sexual type thing because that's what works. Or you know your woman, so any way you touch on her, it's gonna get her started.
Acting crazy like Eric, right?
Burn, baby, burn. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that song. I heard it the other morning in Quick Check.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like this anymore. Like,
You pausing it? Oh. I see your finger going up when I'm like, "Why you pausing me?"
I don't know. Buy therapy or something. Therapy is expensive. Who got the money for that shit? Fuck that. I got my own therapy. Fuck that. You know?
You gotta talk.
I gotta say
You gotta say something.
he's going like that.
Leon.
Hey, what's up, baby?